So yeah, it's 3:34 and I'm still uploading today's vlog. It was supposed to be up at 11. %, 31 minutes remaining, but I still need to do a thumbnail for this, so I guess that's what I'll do now. So some of the issues with using one of these old lenses. Doesn't know that there's a lens there. You have to control everything by hand. As you can see, this is kind of my setup for doing this stuff. It's kind of, I don't know, kind of crude, but it does work all right. Good morning. It's about 6:30 Friday morning. Trying to switch to the green juice. I filmed that sequence with the thumbnail last night. I pretty much have to put music on it, add this in, and I think we're good to go. I'm also trying to switch this vlog up to 24 frames a second instead of 30, which is kind of what digital cameras like. They default to. I have 3 cameras that do 24 frames a second. My cell phone and my 2 Nikons. I can't always do 24 frames a second because I use a lot of action cams with the drone, with the motorcycle. Those are all set at 30 or 60 depending on the application. The thing about 24 frames a second is you have a slower shutter speed. You get a little bit more motion blur, but on top of that you get more dynamic range because you have more light to work with the slower shutter speed. And it's more of a cinematic look. It's pretty much preference, but I really like working with 24 frames. I know that's totally opposite of the people who run, you know, sport cams and motovlogging because, again, you know, we run 30-60 on the action cams. But for a lot of stuff, I kind of want to start working more with 24 frames per second. The problem is you can't mix the two on the same timeline. It comes out really weird because 24 doesn't divide into 30, 30 doesn't divide into 60, or 30 divides into 60, and that's why your high frame rates are usually 30, 60, 90, 120, 240. It's usually a multiple of 30. If you have a 24 frame per second timeline and you try to put 30 frame per second video in, it's going to pull frames here and there, and it's going to not look right. So, if I'm running action cams, and then I do some talking head stuff afterward, or use some stuff off the Nikon, I have to switch the Nikons to 30, so it all works in the same timeline. Otherwise, if I'm not going to use action cams, I'm going to try to go to 24 frames per second. I know it sounds complicated, and it's a pain, but like I said, I like working with 24 frames per second because I like the look. Anyway, you all have a great weekend. Hope to see you Saturday.